Liverpool's famous liver birds may soon have a rival attraction. Reports are coming in tonight of vampires lurking in the suburbs. Well, in this case, the rumours are true. Welcome to the set of Young Dracula.
We shall behave in accordance with the noble tradition of the Draculas. Run away.
Right, hang on a second, please. Keith, are you happy to go even further forward?
Yeah.
Okay, rehearsing. And action.
This is the former Margaret Bevan School, which used to help children with learning difficulties. Now it's home to the BBC Children's flagship series Young Dracula, which has moved its entire production to the city. It's a major coup for Liverpool and shows the pulling power the city now has to attract TV and film companies.
We relocated the series from Cardiff to the Northwest. I mean, the Northwest is renowned for having a very highly skilled production base, as well as a very, very interesting range of locations.
From now on, you will call me Countess Dracula.
If we didn't escape when we did, she would have killed us.
Young Dracula became a firm favourite on children's TV when it first appeared in 2006, as the series followed the madcap fortunes of Count Dracula, his son Vladimir and sister Ingrid.
Get on becoming a vampire. Being a vampire is your destiny, and nothing you can do will ever change that.
The show's now been, wait for it, revamped after a 3-year break. They're still using the same members of cast though, and young Dracula's now in his late teens, which means the series can explore darker elements of the vampire's tale.
I don't see you.
Take a closer look.
Filming of the new series began in Liverpool in May this year and has already created new jobs among the cast and crew.
Certainly our guest cast are local to the Northwest. Our previous regular cast were already established in the show, so they're from all over the UK. But our crew are all Northwest based and split very much between Liverpool and Manchester.
Young Dracula is now on CBBC on Monday and Tuesdays, and the former school has a starring role to play. It's a sort of cross between Hogwarts meets the Blood Bank. So, Geraint and Sydney, but you can tell us your character names if you like.
I play Vladimir Dracula.
And I play Erin.
So, just very briefly, what is Young Dracula all about?
Do you want to answer that?
Can you do this briefly? Oh, you do it, because I'll give too much away.
Well, it basically follows Vladimir Dracula, who's the son of Count Dracula. And in the first kind of 2 series, it was all about fitting into society and trying to get my dad out of trouble and stuff like that. And in this series, we've kind of settled down, and Vlad's now a fully fledged vampire, so he's kind of taken on the responsibilities of being the chosen one and potentially like leading an army of vampires, so there's kind of a lot of weight on his shoulders.
I will not have fighting in this house. Erin is staying and you two will leave her alone.
Keeping up appearances as a vampire owes a lot to the wonders of the makeup department. So, how is vampire life here in Liverpool?
I'm quite enjoying it because a lot of my family actually live up this sort of neck of the woods. I've got family in the Wirral and in Southport, and then family in Cheshire as well. So for me, it's been great because I can go and get a cheeky Sunday lunch whenever I'm up here, and I get to see my family a lot more, which is obviously lovely for me. We've got really lucky in finding this school because we've been able to have makeup and costume and everybody be kind of a base with us, and then we just kind of toddle over to set every day. And because it's so large, we've been able to fit in every single part of our life that we needed to. We've got the school, we've got our vampire quarters as well. And then the only thing that we go outside and film is at Croxteth Hall, which is just the exterior shots. So we got very lucky actually coming down here.
Did you lay a fang on it? You can't tell me what to do anymore.
You think you can defy me? I am your father. Don't ever forget that.
The team behind Young Dracula are hoping their arrival in Liverpool will have a similar impact on the local economy that happened in Cardiff when the BBC moved Torchwood and Doctor Who's production Lock, Stock and TARDIS to the city.
It creates with investment, it creates job opportunities within the media and creative sector. When a big film, for example, comes to town, they can spend up to about £500,000 in just a couple of days. And that wealth goes right the way across the city. Hoteliers, timber merchants for building the sets, minibus drivers for moving the crew, catering facilities, right the way across the board. So it all brings money and economy into the city.
So this is the exterior of Gartside Grange Independent School. However, by the magic of television, it's not really, is it?
Not really, no. What we had Margaret Bevan School had all the sets that we needed. Unfortunately, the outside was just it was too small. It was on a main road, and it just didn't have that impact. Whereas this has, sort of a real impact, and we were lucky to find this very close by.
And what other Liverpool locations have you used during the filming?
During the filming, we've used the Stanley Docks, which is down by the docks. It's a huge dock. It's one of the biggest tobacco warehouses. We've used that as the Slayer's lair.
You call yourself a slayer? Have you actually killed a vampire?
Yes.
True.
In this series, most of the narrative lent itself to being at the school, with a few exceptions where we went to Stanley Docks in Liverpool and also into the centre of Liverpool. But I think in future series, we'd very much like the narrative to get our vampires out to mix amongst the community, and so that we can see more of the famous Liverpool sites. In terms of working on the show, you're drawn to the mysterious and the slightly darker sort of architecture that Liverpool has to offer. But walking around as a tourist or as a newcomer to the city, I'm very much struck by the massive range of architecture that the city has to offer, and that's what we'd like to capitalise on next time round.
So the future's very much on the dark side for Liverpool. It's not quite Transylvania yet, but it's getting there.
Boys who answer back get put on the naughty step.
What? She sounds just like my old Nanny Clontarf.
Fingers on fangs.